Hi guys, what you're about to see from me is my very first attempt at a free flow fluid acrylic painting and a dirty pour. As I say, this is my first attempt. I've learned a lot, I've since researched a lot, and I ummed and ahed about whether to put this video up or not because it's not like 100% perfect. But then I thought, no Anna, I'm gonna put this up because I think it's important to show people that not everything has to be perfect, that you've got to start somewhere. And I think a lot of stuff is full of like polished, finished results from experts or whatever, and what you don't see is like the multiple times that people have tried and experimented and what's gone wrong and all that kind of stuff. So I thought I would share it with you guys so that you can see my journey, so that hopefully in however long time, whether that's days, weeks, months, years, whatever, you can see how I've grown, how I've developed, how I've got better, hopefully, in this process, and that everybody's got to start somewhere, because that might be you, that might be you one day. You might think, this looks like a really cool idea and I want to start. And, you know, I want to give you a realistic look that you don't always jump in and create the most perfect art ever the first time. So that's why I'm leaving it in. For those of you who are proficient at this technique, please know I do know where I've gone wrong. I have since done my research and I have talked to other people using this method, so I know what I did wrong, I know what products I need to use, I know what to do next time. So yeah, hopefully you will see that in the next video. So here we go then, that's a long enough intro for me. Let's get to the process. I really want to have a go at doing a dirty pour, and I had to ask why it was called a dirty pour, because I was like, I found that quite amusing and I couldn't work it out. I was like, dirty? But I'll tell you about that in a second. So I'm going to be using these, well, not all of these, but these are the primary elements. They are pigments, and you mix them with different mediums and to make your own paints. And so the dirty pour is, as I said to you, like, this is my first post, so I'm not an expert in this in any way, shape of the imagination, and I'm going to wing it today. So the first thing that I need to do is work out what colours I want to use. I've got a white, this is just some Dylusions white paint that I'm going to use as like a base colour, as like a neutral colour. So I'm going to use that, and then I need to choose some colours. I'm actually really liking this blue Bayou colour. I think that is just a beautiful colour, so I think I might try and use that blue. And I don't know, I think there's this gold called Sunburst, which also looks to be really pretty. It's got a cap on it, so I might have a go with some golds, like blue and gold. That might be quite nice. Maybe try and sort of do some like wintry colours. I don't know, there's this one's very nice, African Jade, so I might choose like a couple of like bluey greens, is Stargaze or Teal Zircon. I don't want to do too many colours because I don't really have too many cups in which to mix said colours. So yeah, let's just do the blues. Let's do some blues. I'll put them to one side. So I've got some paper cups which I've had in the cupboard for like ages. These are left over from a party. So I thought, give it a go and try mixing up my paints. So these pigments can be used for making your own paints with them, and you can obviously make them to whatever consistency you want the paint to be. Whereas I'm going to do a pour, so I want a nice fluid consistency. So no idea how much to put in. I'm just going to shake this in, and I feel like it's, you know, let's just wing it. So from some of the videos that I've seen, they do seem to use quite a lot of colour, so bash that in. Yeah, it's my first go, and I'm recording my first go. Don't you think I'm really brave? Like, some people just do it straight, like do one, test one, and then go on. But I don't like that. I like to just, like, you know, if I'm going to do it, like, and show you guys how it works. So then I'm going to use the multi-surface acrylic medium gloss enamel. I'm going to put just like whack it straight in and mix up. Oh, have I got a thing on it? Duh, Anna. Right, go. Just gonna whack that in. Ooh, blob. Right, whack that in and give it a stir. Ooh, that blue is a nice blue. That's a proper, like, royal blue. It's got a really nice consistency. It's a really nice consistency. But obviously we want it fluid, so I'm going to try the acrylic medium wash. I think this is how you use this stuff, but you know, we're about to find out. I saw some of the other videos, people used water, but I'm gonna try this. This is my first attempt, so just gonna see. And so they call it a dirty wash, a dirty pour. Well, that's become really fluid now, really fluid, because you do all your mixing and plopping in the cups and then pour it. I will show you what I mean when it actually comes down to it. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up some of my other colours, and then we will go from there then. Right then, so I ended up using this white acrylic because my Daler Rowney white one has all dried up. So I mixed the acrylic with just a little bit of the wash solution and made it more fluid. I have no idea whether the consistency of these is right or not. I made a black. I tried using a different couple of colours. Wasn't really getting black, so I just added a couple of drops of acrylic ink in there, and it's not actually black, it's more like a chocolate colour, so I might actually add a bit more black. As I said, I'm totally winging this. Don't even know whether it's going to work, like adding the acrylic in, if that's the right kind of thing to do, but it's all fun in the experimentation. That's a bit better. It's still a bit chocolatey. This gold wasn't particularly gold, it came out more yellow, so I tried adding so that was the Sunburst. Looks really gold in the pot, but it kind of come out yellow. So then I added crumbs. What did I add? Orange Pearl to it, and it's a bit more golden, but we'll see. I was just worried because having something too yellow and using all those blues would give me more of a green. This is probably a bit too fluid, actually, this one, I think. So let's probably add a bit. I don't know. First time and all that, so might not be fluid enough. I've used fluid acrylics before, but never really done like a proper like pour thing. So we'll see. So there's a couple of colours there that are quite similar. There's that beautiful vibrant blue. So we'll see. I've got a spare cup. So now this is why they call it the dirty pour. You pour all your colours into a cup and just layer it how you you know, kind of like. So I'm going to start with a bit of white. Maybe that's not fluid enough. That's possibly not massively fluid, that. Don't know. We'll see. Yeah, you just work at tipping your paint in and pouring it on. See, I'm wondering if that's not... Oh, gosh, I don't know. We'll see. This one's really fluid, so we'll see. Okay, so that's my dirty cup all mixed. This canvas has already got some bits and pieces on that didn't really go anywhere, didn't really look right, so I'm just gonna use this canvas. I've got some drop paper underneath me. I might need a bit more actually. I've also got my washing up bowl that I use for like marbling and stuff, so that I can like drip it in if needs be. So here's the moment of truth. So the thing is, you're supposed to like flip this cup really quickly onto the canvas and then lift the canvas up. And then lift the pot up. So let's... I'm actually quite nervous trying to do this really quickly. So here goes. Yay, nice. I did that all in one go without spilling. So here we go then. Here is my first dirty pour. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's gone a bit on the muddy side. It's gone a bit on the muddy side. And I'm wondering whether that's because of that yellow. But oh, isn't it cute? It's cool. I'm going to add some of this wash in to make it move. I don't think I made this liquidy enough. Oh, it is moving. It is moving. Here we go. Yeah, I definitely did not make the white and that blue liquidy enough, but it's moving. It is moving around my canvas. I wish I hadn't used that yellow because it's gone like a real murky colour. So I'm not really keen on the murky colour. But you know, it's the first attempt, guys, the first attempt. And I'm doing it on a gosh, that looks kind of like what's it? Agate, like the crystal. So I think that's quite, I don't love it, but I think it looks like agate crystal. So for that, I think that's quite cool. What I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to mix up some more of these colours and then do them around this edge and see what happens then. But I'm not going to use that yellow colour. There is my result with adding the second one. I think it looks rather nice, but interestingly, not using the yellow has not given me some any of the jadey colours that I really like over here. At first I said to you I was a bit like, I'm not sure if I like it, but now I'm actually really, now this one is down, I'm actually liking this one more. Not that I don't like this one, but I'm actually really liking it more. Yeah, it's a really interesting thing for me because I'm not normally this much of a messy artist. So it's a really good exercise for me to be more free and free-flowing and creative and just let things happen. So that's really nice. I did have some colours left, so I've mixed up another pot ready for a dirty pour. I want to cover this. I'm going to smoosh this over here because I don't want that to show. Yeah, what I want to do is I want to cover up this this brownish bit here, and I want to just tidy that's really funny, tidy this bit up here. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I might actually just use my finger and rub some of that over there, just to kind of, I just want to like, yeah, I just don't like the exact drippage there. Can't be doing with exact drippage, that's just not right. Okay, so yeah, I'm filthy, totally filthy. So, but all in the fun of it. Right, okay, it's looking good. Right, I'm actually really quite nervous for this one. Don't know why, but a little bit nervous. I'm actually going to splish a bit. I don't know, I'm just having fun, guys. I'm just having fun experimenting. Okay, so let's flip this. So I've got loads in here probably compared to how much I need there, but dirty. So I'm wondering, is there any way of doing it half? I guess not. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh. So add a bit more on there. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the moment of truth. I'm glad I put this bowl underneath now. Drippity drip. Drippity drip. Okay, so I want to just like fill in that, but it's so difficult because I don't want to lose elements of that. So yeah, going forward you need a lot more colour. Need a lot more colour. I've still got a bit of colour left in my pots, which is good, so I'll have another little go and see what happens. I've used a lot of paint. Well, not paint, but I've used a lot of the what's it called? The wash stuff. Seems to be this stuff, the solution. I have used a lot of that. I don't know whether I should have used water instead, but hey ho, medalio. I'm just using the products they gave me, you know. And learning. That's a big thing. Although you don't always want to. If you've got to pay for it, you don't always want to learn that much, if you know what I mean. Right. Bit of acrylic black. The acrylic ink seems to have worked okay in that, so that's quite cool. That's kind of cool. So this is very similar to like effects that you can get with marbling. Got a little pour here. Let's have a go. Just trying to use up the last of my stuff in the pot. Might just, I've got a bit more in there. Come on. Must have some more. Might have to use a bit more of me wash. I said to you, I'm absolutely filthy. Oh, that's quite a nice idea. Splittery splattering like that. Oh, let's just do that then. Let's have a bit more go at that then. Splittery splattery. Splittery splattery. This is me in my happy place, just talking to myself with no one else around, like to hear the bonkersness that's coming out of my mouth. Right, here we go. Let's do a bit of pouring then. Right, so I have lost all my gorgeousness here, and a lot of this has gone like murky, like muddy grey, which doesn't excite me. So I'm kind of disappointed that I used this old canvas, because I was hell-bent on like covering up this brown area. Kind of wish I had literally just kept it as an abstract, that piece. Kind of wish I'd made more of that pot. But yeah, I think for a first attempt at an acrylic, like a dirty pour, that wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. I'm going to let that dry fully. I'm not moving that thing. And then we'll see. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I might keep it as it is, depending on what it looks like when it's dry. Or I might gesso over it and write it off. Or I might use it as a background for something. I'm not entirely sure. I'll just see how I feel about it once it's all dry and I've had time to think and stuff, and that. Yeah, so that was my first attempt at a dirty pour, and on the whole, I mean, I'm pretty happy. I enjoyed myself. I was in my little happy place creating, so that's good. Not 100% excited by the final outcome, but you know, whatever. But yeah, I'm excited to try another one though, so maybe some different colours and things. But yeah, kind of starting to see things in it, so we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's just going to be a seaside seascape or something. I don't know. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching that. Amateur. My very first go. I will do another video for you on this once I've like worked it out and stuff, and you know, try and perfect it a little bit more, and we'll have another go. We'll have another go another month, another time. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.